Now then, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft world. Today, old Bones is wandering off on his own. No, he'll be fine. Today, the children have all gone back to school after the summer holidays. Yay. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, if I could scream out loud. In fact, I could scream out loud, but I don't want to deafen you. I go, yes. I love having my kids around. I enjoy playing games with them. I enjoy taking them places. I enjoy family days out and holidays and just chilling out and having fun together. I enjoy having them around. But for 6 weeks, solid, 6 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks solid. Wow. Feels like a very long time. And I've been trying very hard to get stuff done around here with them as much as possible. So last episode, me and Electron B sorted out this boat roadway thing. Yeah? And I now need to continue with the racetrack up and around here. However, I'm still going to be recording with the children on Sundays when they're not at school. Right? So we're still going to get some episodes, me and the kids, finishing off some stuff around our builds over here. And me and Electron B will probably work on the roads together to make our way up and around and do all the course that I spent most of last episode telling you all about. So if you didn't watch that, then it's your own fault. And I was thinking today, what can I do on my own for today's episode? Well, if you think about what we're doing here, we've got this kind of the first part of the horse track. They come round, they come up here, and we'll change all this path out and sort it all out to make it look like the track. And that way it'll be slightly different colour than slightly different colour than other roads and pathways. We'll change it up a bit, right? Then I'm going to come through here. This is all well and good so far, right? All well and good so far. Coming around this cool new stuff that we've built on the server. Yep. Range B's place, the mob farm, the Amps mob farm, past the hypermine lighthouse area, and up here into this section, and through the Nemsun is my dad world 2 save, right? And through all this. We've already discussed all that, right? But what we want to do is kind of wind the track around this and come back and then bring it over to here and then climb up that mountain and get into there. Well, there's a few other things that I want to add to the world and probably add it around this sort of area as well. You can see that there's a lot of mountainside along here that is currently untouched. There's a lot of plains around here that's got random potholes and caves and stuff in. Random bits and pieces that you can kind of avoid as you're going around. It's all lit up, so it's not too bad. But it doesn't achieve anything. It doesn't serve any purpose. This land is all good real estate next to what Season 1 and 2 and 3 has been built in Nemsun is my dad. So what I want to do today is another MC Edit episode where I'm going to MC Edit some stuff into this part of the world so that the race course that me and Electron B make can go around that as well. Okay, so here we are. This is my second survival world, single player survival world. I've still got the save files. I keep all my save files and stuff. This is second ever. Wow. The farms seem to have been devoid of anything going on. There were animals in here, I remember, but there don't seem to be animals in here anymore. I have a feeling that some sort of Minecraft update, because this was probably back before 1.47 or something like that. Some world update has just deleted animals of a certain variety, or something has happened in the save file to corrupt it. But I was very young to Minecraft at the time of doing this, and there's a few cool things that I did that I would like to show you, especially things like this cactus farm. I made a cactus farm. I hollowed out a bit of the mountain and I made a bit of a cactus farm, and I covered it over with dirt and glass and made it look quite cool. And worked out all of the water streams to send all the cactus down below as well. Every time a cactus broke, it went down into the water streams. Quite good fun. Especially all in survival, having fun with that. This was my original like wheat farm design. What you could do with this, oh man, I've got an inventory full of whatever I had last time I was on. You'd break with one, and then you'd get the things back, and so you'd break it, catch it, break it, catch it, break it, catch it, and you just kind of work your way around the whole area, and you just tap them as you go, and you just break and fix, break and fix. This looks like there's some of them been slightly voided, and you work all the way around like this, all the way around, until eventually you get to the other end, and you've completed the full circuit. So it's all set up pretty cool looking. I liked it. I liked it. Of course, I've done plenty of other things since, but that's that. Hot rain. Also, the main thing here was a big mountain base. I did a chicken farm where those chickens spent their entire lives going up through a water system all the way up here from the base down below, and then the chickens slid back down here and got cooked on the way through that. So water would just send them flying, and I think it was fast enough at the time for them to go shooting off through the fire, get cooked and die, and get dropped at the same point as where the cactus just went. Do you see that? So the cactus is from the cactus farm over there, drop down and come down this way, down into my basement. I guess I've got a way down to the basement in here. It's all cave. It was man cave. Man cave type. Have I got a place down this way? Can I get in and around? I can't remember how to get it. Oh, this is just a way in to access it. Maybe I could drop down this way. Yes, I can. Wait. There we go. Down into my actual underground base. My underground base was pretty cool. That's near enough full. Grab those. Put those in there as well. Yep. This was all before I started recording anything, right? So everything dropped down into here. I would pick it up. I'd put the eggs and the cooked chicken in that side. Let's put that in there now. And all the eggs. And then I'd put all the cactus in that side. And it would just come along and collect up like this. I did have a light on it as well at one point. So it would light up when there was something on there for me to collect. Because there was no such thing as hoppers back in the day, was there? No such thing as hoppers. And then up here, we've got an automatic chicken egg dispenser, right? So again, no hoppers, so I couldn't put eggs in the dispenser. But what I could do is I could manually put the eggs in once they'd filled up that chest. Manually put the eggs in the dispenser here. And then I would turn off the system, and the redstone would then flicker on, flicker on, flicker on, and it would fire the eggs out. And then the chickens would start floating up there. Let's turn it back off again. Laggy as hell. The chickens that did get hatched would go off up there and head off up the way and become adults and then drop down as cooked chicken. That was the state of automation back in the day. That was the state of automation back in the day. Here I had a mob farm. The mobs would drop down here. The 2 high mobs would drop down here so I could beat them up. And then push a button to push all their drops towards me. Because again, no hoppers. Spiders would drop down into here, and then I could beat them up, and the goods would drop out here through the water. And down there was an old mob farm that was like a dark room mob farm where all the mobs would get pushed up over here and then sorted out and sifted through here. Pretty cool. This was my furnace array, storing all the blocks and things and bits and pieces. Can't open any of these in this version of Minecraft though, because, well, yeah, steps. Backward steps again. Used to be my favourite thing. And this was where my redstone workshop was. I used to come in here, like I'm in some kind of special scientific laboratory, and I'd get my redstone out and I'd do some redstone testing over here, and I'd do whatever it was I was doing, figure something out, and then maybe come in here if it was fairly dangerous and pull a lever in here or something, or just watch it working and just have it working and check it out, and then take the whole thing apart and go and put it somewhere. So I could practice for ages while AFKing by this farm. Well, not AFKing, but being by the farm. I could then practice for a bit. Over in this section, this was like my home bed. Yay! My treasure supply, quite a few diamonds. Oh yeah. I'm not planning on taking all the produce that I made over into the next world. Enchanting room. Obsidian factory. Now, obsidian used to, and it doesn't anymore, it's been proven. I loaded this map up onto the Patreon server for a little while for our patrons to have a look around, and it used to, I promise you it used to, lava and water, lava dropping onto redstone made obsidian, and then you could harvest obsidian with a diamond pick. It used to work. Like, I even made a factory for it with the automation of pistons and everything, but the lava just destroys now. It just spills out all over the place and messes up. It doesn't work anymore. It's not suitable these days and age. And nether portal, nether tunnel with supplies of things from the nether in here. Yes, I had to label them so I knew what was what without looking in a box. Oh, yes. But then there was lots and lots of digging going on this. I used to dig all day, every day. So it was, well, I say all day, every day, all the time. There was ways up to kitchens and stuff upstairs, but the main floor downstairs was all of the dug out mining areas. Now, I don't think I want to take all the mining area with me into this save. Let's see, it's got to go all the way down here. I guess I blocked it off to stop things coming up in case anything came up from the basement. Yeah. I did quite a lot of digging out around here. Lots of tunnel, branch mining, lots of clearing out large areas. Large areas of just clearing out the dirt and the cobble. Just at this level. I didn't even bother like branch mining this level. I was just clearing this level out completely. And just getting all of the supplies for building everything that I wanted to build. It was quite fun. I had lots of fun just sitting down here digging away, lighting it all up afterwards, and then storing all the stuff in here. Look, it was just tons of cobble and bits and pieces. Cobble and everything got stored there, and then everything else I took up with me. And I was also experimenting on, I think it was some kind of elevator. I was experimenting some kind of elevator down here at the time anyway. I don't know if it works. Oh no, is it like a piston pushing elevator thing to help you get up the steps faster? Ended up not working. The idea was the piston pushed you up a flight of stairs, then the next one pushed you up a flight of stairs, then the next one pushed you up a flight of stairs, then the next one pushed... That was the idea, but didn't quite work out that way. But you got to experiment, and back in the day, I experimented in my survival world like this, and had lots of fun. I'm guessing I hid some things behind there somewhere. But yeah, we're going to transfer this over onto the My World save today. Okay, so here I am in a prep world, and this is something that I did quite a while ago. This is my first ever survival base, and Mr. Enderman's wandering around all over the place. But this is my first ever survival base. It's cut from the world save. It's cut from the world save using MC Edit, along with that world save over there has had that mountain that I've just been showing you cut out and ready for me to adapt, so that I'm not dealing with huge world save files. I've got this little MC Edit world where I spawn in the center there and sort out world saves. This particular one, this was as far as I got in my first ever world save before I booted up a new world save and ended up over at the mountain over there. So I should have really covered this in the first part of today's episode, but just quickly, because it's only a little base, right? I think my fear factor at the brand new game of Minecraft meant that I was chopping down trees and leaving some kind of grid system, and then I was connecting the walls up to make sure it was too high, because I realised very soon that the mobs were too high and couldn't get over my walls, right? So I had a little gap over here for beating them at the legs, as it were. Of course, baby zombies and all that have changed all this kind of stuff. But yeah, I was really scared. So this was kind of like my indoory tunnel, and I couldn't really get hurt in this place. Spiders could have potentially got me, but somehow I didn't get stopped like that. Had a little base down here. The main thing I built in this base was this mob farm system. Has that actually still got something on it? Mob elevator. There we go, look. 7th of the 7th. 2012. Wow. 7th of the 7th, 2012. That's when I started playing Minecraft, and that was the first thing I did. The first thing I wanted to try out was this mob farm. And I've taken a night vision potion, so you can see what's going on, right? So, this is also what I've... Is that something else there? Mobs this way. Really? Oh, I surprised myself for silly things like that. Okay, so what would happen? The mobs would spawn down here. As you can see, they are spawning down here. And then within a certain amount of time, they would start moving around and just fall off into the water. Then the water would take them all the way up the elevator, up to the top. Yeah, that's how it worked. And that creeper would never get in there. Yeah, I got a few supplies in here by the looks of it. Cool. Oh, yeah, cool. And I've even got some old mines down there as well from when I was playing this save. Awesome. Well, we're not going to take everything of this, just kind of the top bit and this thing. On my night vision potion just ran out. Very good. So anyway, this stuff in here, they would come up to the top, and then once they got up here, they would start drowning. And then the drops would fall down to there. I think they come up here. Yeah, they come up here like this. Why is he bouncing? He's not going up to the next one. There must be a downward water supply. It used to work anyway. It used to work many years ago. Used to work, and then they would drown up there. Yeah, I guess the witch doesn't drown. I don't know. Maybe she can hold her breath really well. But they drowned in there, and then all the drops fell down to here. No hoppers, of course. Just I could enter into this kind of stuff and make it work. That was it. And I had lots of sheep and pigs, and I'm sure I had cows as well somewhere, but maybe I didn't. And then in here was another one of those wheat farms where you'd walk around and stick to one side and then all the way around to the other side. So I remade this kind of farm in my mountain save over there, and it works perfectly. Or at least it used to. Oh yeah, this was my house on the hill. This is where it all started, I think. I think I just built myself a little house on the hill, and it was literally a bed and a crafting table, and that was it. And so didn't go very far. And this all just links in. Yeah, it just goes from there down and down into where I was building the mob farm. Very cool. My very first ever Minecraft home. And it doesn't look like it's built to anything in particular. It's very Minecraft. It's blocks. It doesn't resemble anything. I never meant it to resemble anything. But it's going to look nice sitting around in the Nemsun is my dad sort of area. Also, this was my first attempt at making sure I kept all the saplings and stuff. So I had a tree farm. I would cut down all the logs and then jump off the other side and let all the saplings drop down into here. And then it'll be in that area. I actually had it so that the water supply was supposed to take it even further and bring them down and get rid of them. Bring them in through here, water supply in through here. And then the water supply would bring them down into this water supply, which would then bring them down into this, which would mean I could pick up all of the drops and stuff on my way back to my bed, where all my other supplies were. What did I have in here? Not too bad. I don't think I'd really discovered diamonds by the looks of it. Maybe not, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, get to transferring stuff over. Okay, I've had a little bit of a mess around in MC Edit getting things ready. This World 1 save thing just didn't quite fit where I wanted it to, and I ended up cutting out a big chunk of something there. It's ending up going to be in this kind of area between this build and this build, between our Amps mob farm and Ranger B's base. It doesn't cut through any of the stuff underground on either side, so that's good. That's good to know. And it does have quite a bit of setup going on, but I think there was something here. Look, there was something here. There was part of a mob farm or something here that I didn't even know existed, because it's got the cobblestone there. But I took a section here of this world save, and it is part of this world save section. And I didn't even know it was there, but now I do, and it doesn't really matter because I can't use it anyway. But the fact is that it fits in all of here. I had to raise Starlight Bee's treehouse up so that I can lower it back into place afterwards. and I've got to fill that gap in, but I might fill that gap in by putting the farms from the mountain base into it as well, so they all connect up together. Those two bases can connect together, and then we can do some work in the main world online to be able to make it all sexy and fit in properly. Be great. Oh, this bit over here is going to be a problem. It's going to kind of cut in there. It's going to kind of cut in and get rid of some of that. We shall see how it works with an import. Let's see if we can make it work. Okay, and deselect. Let's hope that that's made a big difference to it. Yeah, this is one block higher than this little area here, so it can build up into the hills. Okay, so that's not too bad. And it does come uphill slightly. It kind of follows the contour in a way as well. The contour's not too bad. It follows the contour in a way. So we'll be able to work on that. Trim the contour off a little bit. It kind of drops down here, but we can do something with that as well. We can just fill that in easily enough. And then we just need to lower the Starlight Bee treehouse down a little bit as well. And we should be able to get that done. Let's do that right about now. To make sure that we get that into place. So we need that in one, and this is going to go across to there, and then attach this way, and just basically we're selecting the whole thing, making it all squared in, right? Pull the whole thing in like so, and then we're just going to nudge it down using the nudge commands. And we'll nudge it down back into place and make it fit again where it was. Otherwise it would have deleted a ton of that. That's why I had to move it, because it deletes the terrain. So it deleted this bit of terrain over here. And this one would have been disastrous if we'd lost this as well. So we are not losing that. I think that's as far down as it needs to go though. I need to just double check. Looks about right. In fact, it looks like it's gone down a bit more than it needed to. So let's nudge it back up a couple. I think that was its original position. Okay, so I can adapt from the original position and make this hill fit in a bit better. Actually, oh yeah, because the original hill we overlapped. We made the hill right. Oh yeah, so it doesn't actually need to come down two more at least now, doesn't it? Let's go down 1, 2. Okay, so now it is definitely connected to where it was connected before. Yep. Okay. And so that does it. Doesn't it? Does it? Does it? Does it? Doesn't it? Maybe this gave us a little bit of a change over here that we're going to have to deal with. I can move the whole thing a little bit that way. I can move the whole thing a couple of spaces to this side and up a couple to set it back in over here. A bit further back than it was originally, but that's okay. We pulled it in quite a bit from original, and then I can work this around and into this hillside over here a bit better as well. Yes, let's do that. Jobs are good. Alright, so there's that now in place. Good. Treehouse is back, and this is now in place. So the next thing up is to try and figure out a way of putting the mountain into there. Now, I don't think that's going to be as easy. I need to kind of move this around a little bit to make it work right. Okay, so once it's all loaded into place, I've got it in a single player creative mode on my desktop. I haven't uploaded it onto the server yet. I want to make sure that everything's right before I start putting it up on the server. Let's have a quick look over here before the children come and have a look at it themselves. Kind of blending this little section in. Yeah, blend it in a little bit so it's just off the path here. Very nice. And it's got all the pigs and the sheep. Not that we needed them, or the wheat or the sugarcane or anything. Didn't really need any of that. This kind of area here I'll probably mess around with and fill in a little bit. This bit I actually filled in a large area just in straight stone, so no resources whatsoever in them, just to fill some blanks. particularly down the side here, where I ended up with quite a large gap where I moved it. And then in over the top here, this was nice. This was a hill originally with a little gap inside it, and I filled the gap in by putting a load of dirt, just like fill with dirt kind of tool, and that's made that I can just do the contouring down the side here, down the back, just level it off, contour it back down to the same as this bit here, and then we can work through it like that if it doesn't snow all over it, that's it. And work the contours on and get rid of some of this back, because I didn't really actually need any of this, but I can contour it slightly. That'll work okay. And then I should have this bit filled in with some dirt, and you should be able to see the chickens are still where they're supposed to be, the cactus is where it's supposed to be. That's all set up right. Let's see if I can remember my way inside again now. This was a way inside, yeah. Not down that way. Down here, this was it. This was the way. I can go through the fire, can I? Yeah. Down into this section. This was where the sorting system was. Yeah. And into here, into my room. Is my room all still good? Yep. Everything's still. Oh, chests. They move. So because I rotated the thing, everything that was in the chest is gone as well. So it's just the chests are there to see. You visually see the stuff, but you can't actually get anything out of it. There's nothing in them. So I just need to update the images like that, and save file that way. Right? Same with all of these in here. Oh, my days. But I can't even open those ones because they were trapped behind these. Yeah. So I'll have to change that a little bit, maybe. Or break them and put them back again. My bed's even missing. Man, my bed's even missing. Can I get my bed? I can only sleep at night, of course. Bed's even missing. All my diamonds and stuff that I had in here is all gone. But everything else, still kicking around. Yeah, everything's good. Alright, I'm quite pleased with that. I'm quite pleased with the update there. That's not bad. I like a lot. Did I have a way out of here? I did, by the looks of it. Oh, yeah. More area to explore, more area to fill in, more area to mess around with. I think this is part of my area. Yes, it is. Okay, we'll fill that in as well. So, lots still to do. Just occasional bits and pieces to do inside my world now. But for today's episode, the MC Edit side of things and the little tour of what's what. I see the mob farm still working. The little tour of what's what and all those kind of old memories, the memoirs of Nemsun, being added onto the My Minecraft World server, where I can explore and catch up and adapt and make everything my world, my way. Thank you very much for watching another episode. I will see you in the next episode very soon. Goodbye.